Iron Man 3, the dreaded Iron Man 3. When I saw this movie in the theater, I thought it was absolutely horrendous garbage, and I never watched it again. I did buy it, of course, for my collection of Iron Man, which I have many things of Iron Man and all of the Avengers and all of Superman and Batman and so on and so forth. I'm a superhero guy. I rewatched Iron Man 3 and not rewatched it on my phone or on my iPad or reading a book or something stupid or listening to music. I watched it proper. 65-inch 4K TV, surround sound. Let's do it. Iron Man 3. I did not hate it nearly as much as I did. Could be perhaps because the MCU has fallen into the dumpster and it's garbage now. So this movie stands, I mean, this movie is clearly better than almost everything that's come out in the last whatever years, phase 3, 4, whatever. The big problems were, of course, the Mandarin, and we're going to address all of that using, of course, my space system, starting with the storyline of which I'm going to give a score of 1 out of a 2. So you get a 1, it was okay. A 0 is garbage. A 2 is amazing. A 1 is like, yeah, it's okay. So you're gonna notice a pattern going through Iron Man 3 here. The story's a 1. First of all, I do like the extremis stuff. I like how Guy Pearce comes in. He's like, "Oh, we've got this thing. It could change cells and it could change like DNA and all of this stuff." I thought that was really neat. I have not read very many Iron Man comics. Iron Man is my second favorite character design wise, so I had many Iron Man toys, and I've got a statue right there. I don't know if you can see it. So I love Iron Man, the look of him, the color scheme, all that stuff. I didn't read very many comics as a kid. I drew Iron Man a lot. I've got old drawings of me from when I was a kid drawing out Iron Man. Didn't really read the comics. I have a CD that I purchased, which has all the PDFs, basically volume 1 and 2 or something. And I bought all of the collections, and now I'm making videos on Iron Man, going to Tales of Suspense number 39, the first Iron Man, and I'm going to do it the proper way. I never read Extremis. I never read any of these other things. Whatever you're watching, you guys are watching my Iron Man journey with me live through my channel. So I didn't have any frame of reference. I did know the Mandarin was his main villain. I knew of the 10 Rings, of course. I read lots of Acts of Vengeance. What else? Like, I feel like Mandarin was pretty awesome in that with the armor. Like, that's kind of like the best Mandarin. But anyways, so yeah, I thought he was awesome. And then they cast Ben Kingsley. I thought, well, I know he's a bit of a Fu Manchu-ish character. I guess they don't want to go and have, the whole thing with China, and that people are going to be upset. And I thought, well, they're going to get Ben Kingsley and he'll be this other character. So when I'm looking at him, I thought he looked pretty good. Like, he looked scary. I understand they're making it more of a real world terrorist of today. It looked like he had the rings. His little logo thing was 10 rings. I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then you come to find out that he's just an actor posing as a character that Guy Pearce has created. And he's the extremis guy or whatever. So he's created this facade or whatever, this character, this villain, to give the public or whatever as just like to hide his actions. And maybe in a movie in a film, that is kind of cool. But not using the Mandarin character. I think if they had used a random, just make up a guy, like just make up a character and use that, and then you can be like, oh, it's not him there. And then the comic fans would have been like, who is this character? I don't know who this guy is. And then it's like, oh, he's nobody. Oh, it's really this guy. I think that would have been much, much better and way better received. Ruining the Mandarin, who's his main villain, is terrible. As fans, we thought this would work up to the Mandarin. So I wasn't like angered. Like, it didn't hurt me because I'm not a big Iron Man reader. So I can't be here and tell you I was outraged. I just thought, oh, this sucks. And it just kind of took me out of the movie. And the other thing is that Pepper Potts gets the extremis, and then she comes in and does the final blow to Guy Pearce to finish him off. And I thought, you suck. I don't like Pepper Potts. We'll get to the characters. So storyline is 1. The good parts are, he's got PTSD or whatever. That's kind of whatever. But, I guess they're looking for something to give Tony to do. I didn't mind that part. I actually didn't mind him teaming up with the kid. I thought that was kind of funny. I actually liked the structure of the movie. Like he's starting off big and strong and he gets nailed and he has to kind of come back. That's your good Marvel comic structure. So the storyline is okay, but just aspects of it really suck. We're going to get to the characters, which is a big one. The pacing, I got to give it a 1 for pacing. This movie, again, this is too long. Now we're getting into these really meandering movies. Like, let's just get to the action. There is decent action, but there's not enough Iron Man in the suit action. The Iron Man action, when you see Iron Man, is awesome in this movie. The artistry is a 2 out of 2. It is intense when those guys are falling out of the Air Force One and it's Iron Man's suit. See, that's another dumb thing. Like it's not Tony in the suit anyway. Whatever. The suit's coming down and it's like grabbing people. That was awesome. The fight at the end is crazy. I loved all the Iron Mans. The destruction of his home is amazing. Loved all of that stuff. The artistry is amazing. The music's great. It's on point for this one. Everything looks awesome. I love the extremis effects on the guys. They look good. I never read the comics, so I don't know if something's been changed. So I'm just telling you from the movie only. I will get to extremis. Well, I am going to read everything. So yeah, all that's great. But yeah, the pacing, it's just like, sometimes it comes to a dead halt. You're like, oh, like let's move this on a bit. Characters, another big problem here. We're giving it a 1 for the characters. Okay, Tony, I still like Tony. I don't know. Robert Downey Jr. is very cool to me. He's just a fun character to watch. Pepper Potts can't stand her, though. This is the best she's ever been. I didn't realize she's not in it that much, and what she's in is not too bad, except for the end coming in for the save. Hate that. That's garbage. Part 2, she's absolutely annoying as hell. She's pretty annoying still, anyways. I definitely like Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce is fire. He's a great actor, and he is villainous in this. Rebecca Hall is in it, a bit wasted, and she's just there to be there. Who else we got here? Iron Patriot. Well, obviously, Iron Patriot is a step down from War Machine. They mentioned that, of course, as a joke. Iron Patriot gets taken out. They're searching the signal for the Mandarin who's broadcasting his terror activities, and they track it down. And there's all these like women, they're wearing the full burqa, I think is what it is. The Muslim women, they've got the full thing, so he can't see who they are. And he's like, "Oh, it's okay, everything's okay." And then whoosh, one of them removes the thing, and it's one of the extremist people, and he's taken out. Like Iron Patriot is taken out in 5 seconds. It's like he's taken out, and they capture the Iron Patriot costume or suit. Like, really? What the heck? Why does he suck so bad? Anyway, so that's it. William Sadler's in as a president. He's always cool, but like whatever, he doesn't do much. Yeah. So Tony and the villain were good. Guy Pearce and Thingy were awesome. That's about it. The kid was okay, actually. I thought the kid was fine. I thought the kid was good. Enjoyment factor, I'll give it a 1. So this is a 6 out of 10. I used to give this movie like a 3 out of 10 or something, but I never really did my space review system, and I hadn't watched it proper since the theater. You need to sit down and watch the movie. I think there's a lot of cool stuff in it. So it's getting a very mild kind of okay score of a 6. But oh gosh, I kind of like some of it, and other parts are just terrible. Like Iron Man 2, this movie is totally fixable if you get someone who can re-edit this thing and remove certain parts, and almost the Mandarin needs to be completely changed. Like you need to call him something else completely, like redub the whole thing and digitally alter his costume, make it purple or something so it doesn't look like, because Mandarin wears green except for in Acts of Vengeance when he had that armor, which is badass. That is the friggin' best. They need to change that entire thing. And then later they try to backtrack that, saying, well, Ben Kingsley is a villain or something. That was stupid. And then they brought in Shang-Chi, they brought Mandarin with the rings and they're like bracelets. It's like, that's not what it is. So that was a fail. I don't know why the Mandarin they just can't seem to get it right. And you can tell me, well, they don't want to upset people. Okay, well, you're upsetting the fans, so those are people. Anyway, that is it. So Iron Man 3, not a disgusting garbage movie as I remember it being. Actually, a lot of fun parts. I was enjoying many scenes and some of the cool ideas, but ultimately, it's definitely a step down. That said, it's still better than a lot of the movies that have come out since then. Just as a movie, as a representation of the Iron Man comics, that is where it fails. As a movie, it's not too bad. Like if a normie I think a lot of people thought Iron Man 3 was pretty good because they're just normies watching, saying, yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I like that. That was fun, right? But not like, if you're an Iron Man guy, even when I wasn't an Iron Man guy, I was like, this is, and as I'm becoming a more of an Iron Man guy, I just read the first appearance of Mandarin, and he's a bloody awesome character. It's a shame they ruined him. And that could be a deal breaker. A lot of people would just be like, F this movie, I'm done. And that's totally valid. So there you go. Guys, make sure you check out the Avengers playlist. Every Monday is a new live stream. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.